Okay, we're going to be our painted pig. We just listened to the story, The Three Little Pigs. So kindergarten, you're going to have your Masterpiece Manager hand you the white paper. Masterpiece Manager, you will return your folder to my box because these papers are going on the drying rack. You're going to get your white paper and you're going to turn it horizontal, side to side, horizontal. Supply Manager, the first thing we're going to see at our table is a pencil. You're going to give everybody a pencil. Everybody's going to write their name. Look behind Miss Lawson for your teacher's code. Now, Supply Manager, once you have all 4 pencils back in this cup, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the erasers, this is when you're going to walk the cup up to Miss Lawson. When I see that you have taken your cup and you have put it on my little cup tray, then I will tell the Supply Manager they can get their paint. But I need your pencils on my tray before you get the paint. Then you're going to flip your paper over. Now we're going to start with a painted pig. That's what we're going to be doing today. Now, when the Supply Manager gets your tray, you're going to see there is pink, a tinted pink, which is just a light pink, and then there's black with 2 different sponges. So you need to make sure that you listen because the light pink is going to be first, and then we're going to go to the darker pink, and then we'll add the black on top. So you're going to give everybody a brush, put the house off to the side. And the first thing we're going to start with is the light pink. Now we're going to be drawing the body, or painting the body, of our pig. So we don't want to be careful. Oh, I don't want to make my pig that small. That's just too small. This pig needs to be fat and big. So once you get the light pink, you're going to draw me a nice big fat pig's body. Now, no head, no legs, just the circle. Now, if you don't like the circle, just keep working at it until you get it. Because we're using our paintbrush, we can make it bigger as we want it. So, I'm going to keep working at my shape. It's kind of be an oval until I get a good, nice shape I like. Okay. So notice it's an oval in the middle of my paper. It's not too far down, not too far up. So once I get that, I'm going to wash my brush off. Remember to bounce it off the bottom of your cup to get all that tinted pink, the light pink off. And then I'm going to use my sponge, dab it on my sponge. Now we're going to take the dark pink and we're going to add, oh, I forgot one thing. Go back to the light pink. We got to add the legs. So coming off the bottom, we're going to draw a rectangle. There's 1. Paint it in. 2. Paint it in. Now watch me again. If you don't know what I'm doing, start on the bottom of your pig. Straight line down, across, back up. It's a rectangle attached to my oval. Then I paint it in. Watch again. Down, across, up. Paint it in. So how many legs should you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is still with the light pink. Now we can wash off the light pink. And we're going to be adding ears and a nose with the darker pink. Okay, now we're going to go to the darker pink. Get it on your brush. And right on the front part of our pig, we're going to add the snout. It's a smaller circle. Then, coming off the pig, watch this. What shape is that? If you said triangle, you're right. And then paint it in. What's 1 ear? 2 ears. So 2 triangles coming off the top for the ears. Then coming off the back with the same dark pink. Watch what I do. Start at the back. I come out, curl around, and back out. There's a little loop-de-loop for his tail. And last detail we're going to add with the same pink is at the bottom of his feet, we're just going to add a little stripe of dark pink. Watch what I'm doing. Go to the bottom, move it across. Bottom, across. That's all I'm doing is just taking my brush and moving it across the bottom of our pig. So once you have the snout, the 2 triangle ears, the curly Q tail, and the line going across the bottom of the feet, that's all we're doing with this pink. So we're actually done with the paintbrush, so I'm going to wash it off and put it back in my house. But we are not done with our pig, because if you remember, we have the black sponge, or the sponges in the black paint. So don't forget, put your paintbrush back in the house with the hair on top. And remember, if I see your paintbrush in the sponge or in the water cup or in the paint, you'll get a spleen for your table. Now, you're going to need the little sponge is going to add the 2 nostrils. So watch, in the circle, 1, 2. That's the little circle, is the nostrils. Put that back in the black paint. You may have to wipe the paint off. Now I need the bigger circle, is going to be the 2 eyes, which are above the snout. 1, 2. That's all we do. So take your other sponge, put it back in the black paint. Now your pig is ready to go to the drying rack. So supply manager, make sure that you get your tray. Make sure all paintbrushes are back in the house with the hair on top on your red cup. Make sure your 2 sponges are in the black paint. Walk that back to my counter. Everybody else, you are going to stand up. Get your pig. Now we painted our pig horizontal, so you need to make sure as you go to the drying rack, you're going to have to turn your pig vertical. Goodness, I can't get my pig straight. So walk it to the drying rack around the blue table. Come back to your drying rack. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You need to make sure when you get here, you push it all the way back. Don't forget, you need to go all the way back. If you leave it like this, then whoever puts their paper on 5 has their paper hanging off and there's not enough room. So when you get here, push it all the way back. So make sure it's vertical. Then you're going to turn around, wash off your hands, make sure you clean up any water on the table, and then come to the floor and read a book until Granny's wacky price.